After getting over the initial shock of arriving in the busy and dusty city of Arusha, Tanzania, I worked at Kaloleni Hospital as an EMT, and also at Positive Love, a local nonprofit that hired HIV positive workers to create beaded jewelry that would be sold to raise money. These funds would be used to pay for educational outreach campaigns on Fridays at different schools to teach older kids about the dangers of HIV and methods of prevention. After one particularly successful campaign, I was walking to take a bus or dala back home. Today, the school we visited was farther than usual from the compound, but as long as I could make it back to the road, I would be able to find my way back home. However, the walk from this school to the main road was about 2 miles today, and after about 20 minutes, I realized I was hopelessly lost. I tried asking the locals if they could help me, given that one of the national languages of Tanzania is apparently English, but unfortunately they all only spoke Swahili. All of a sudden, I hear someone call out, "Teacher," and I turn around and see that one of the kids I had just taught, along with his 2 younger siblings, were behind me. All 3 grab onto me, with the oldest sibling grabbing my left hand, the middle one grabbing my right index finger, and the youngest one holding on to one of my belt loops. I tell them that I need to go to a dala, and the oldest one goes, "Okay, teacher," and off we go, the 4 of us walking all together, all connected. After 20 more minutes, I began to get a little nervous, since it was starting to get dark. Are these kids going to mug me when night falls? I thought to myself in my state of panic. To calm myself, I started asking the children what they learned today, and quizzing the older kid about some of the material we had just finished teaching him. Soon, I tried stopping more locals and asking if any of them spoke English, but to no avail. The children kept leading me down sketchier and sketchier roads, and when I wanted to try and stay on the lit pathways, they would say bye and try to leave me. But then I would get scared and run back to them, and they would grab onto me again. I remember being so scared that I would never make it back home, yet comforted by the fact that I was with confident young kids. Finally, a full hour after I'd left the school, we get to the main road. My relief at seeing a dala was spoiled by the fact that these kids must have been so far from home. How are they going to get back to their parents if they wasted so much time getting me to my bus stop? As I turned around to ask them that, I see that they have entered a metal thatched hut near the main road, and are standing in the door, waving and yelling, "Goodbye, teacher." As I begin to wave back, a woman has come out of the hut and is joining her children in waving me goodbye. I yell my goodbyes to these children, amazed at how they made this 2-mile walk to their school, and do so every day. They continue their waving and yelling as I board the bus and finally make my way home. I realize how grateful I am that I had faith in those children to make sure we all got home, that they were truly the teachers today and that I was their student. I thought that I had come to Tanzania to use my medical education to teach the community about HIV, but here I was needing the help of children just to stay safe. Traveling abroad is never an experience that will completely line up with your expectations, and it will almost never go according to plan. But those detours are what make the experience so rewarding. I learned so many lessons during my time in Tanzania, but my experience getting lost that day was one of the most humbling detours.